Visit to Gharana wetland day after Basant Panchami, Gyan Panchami, Shri Panchami. 14th February was the day which heralded the onset of spring season in Jammu Shibaliks. I am able to show you a group of boar-headed geese for which the wetland is known, and you see the flying boar-headed geese also. 5 flying boar-headed geese and many boar-headed geese. They are sitting beside the marshes at Gharana. This belongs to Anatidae family. Popularly, the butterbirds are named as the butterfowl. They have webbed feet and adapted to either swimming on the surface. In that case, they are named as dabbling ducks also, and some are adapted to deep water diving to search food, and they are called divers also. There are many poachers. But here, the unique bird which migrates to Gharana wetland during November, and they stay here for 2-3 months, December, January and February. Despite less rainfall this winter, boar-headed geese have made the Gharana wetland as their home, and boar-headed geese is known to the locals as Hans or Raj Hans. The word Hans has the Sanskrit origin, and Hans has the quality of discriminating the good and evil, so to say. Otherwise, in earlier scriptures, it is mentioned that the Hans has the ability to separate milk from water. So basically that is symbolic of the wisdom. These Dev Hans, Mook Hans, Kal Hans, Raj Hans, Agni Hans, there are many different varieties of waterfowl, including the flamingos. Flamingos belong to the other family, Phoenicopteridae, that is genus Phoenicopteris, and order is Phoenicopterigiformis. Whereas these boar-headed geese, they belong to bird order, which is Anseriformis, and the family is Anatidae. Apart from boar-headed geese, we are also able to see the crane, egret, teal, and some grey-headed moorhen or marsh-hen, which is Porphyrio poliocephalus. Earlier that was named as Porphyrio. So moorhen is also there. But presence of fascinating bar-headed geese with 2 black-colored bars on the head is diagnostic feature of this bird. And these bar-headed geese will migrate back to their Central Asian, Mongolia, Siberia, Russian homeland, from where they have migrated to escape the harsh winter of those higher latitudes. So another beautiful sight of butterbirds which have just, and these are basically the crows which have just dotted the sky, and here I am able to show you the congregation of war-headed geese, and also the white egret which is on the perch. We'll just see the ambience surrounding this water body. So we have some butter plants, also hydrophytes. Emergent is typha. So this is typha, locally called as ara. In Kashmir it is called as piths. Another plant which is usually seen in Jammu, Eran, that is basically Ricinus communis, but this is ara, means typha. We can see the teals also, and there is another side also. There's a lot of waterfall diversity, and the plant which I am now focusing is Nad Arundodonax. This is also kind of a reed. This is locally called as Nad or Narkal. The hollow stems are also used for making the hubble bubble for smoking, and these narkal are also adapted to the marsh habitat. Now it is a flowering stage. Some unique plants which we find in this particular signage, they are mostly resident. They are not migrating anywhere, but they always remain here around Gharana. One is Ashi Prenia, locally called as Fatuni. Another is house sparrow, locally called as Grady. Eurasian collared dove bug. This is another crow-like bird which is called as greater caucal, Centropus sinensis. This is bank myna. In Dogri language it is called as Sanch or Ganga Mana. Here is a common stone chat. This is a black drango which is locally called as Kali Lant, also named as Kotwal, Bhujanga, different names. Very daring bird which has the courage to eat insects from the burning forest floor. This is Indian pied myna, Chitkabari myna. All mynas are locally in Dogri named as Gatari. So in Jammu region we have many different kinds of mynas. Common myna is called as Acridothyris tristis. Bank myna is called as Acridothyris gingenianus. Indian pied myna, earlier it was named as I think still it is known by that binomial as Turner's contra. And we have few more Drango species, but in Jammu what we see is Dicrurus macrocircus. Another is Dicrurus leucophius, which is found in hills. And in this winter time, many ducks, they also eat the vegetation which they find around. One is Romax dentatus, Tandalak. Then these legumes called as Sridi, Medicago polymorpha. This is Koshataki or Lufa, Slendrica. And these are the China berry drink tree. The introduced tree species around Gharana wetland, they include Elstonia scolaris Shaitan Briksh or Saptaparani Satpatya, and this is terminally Arjuna, which is the reputed medicinal tree of India, and one of the myrobalan, popularly known as Arjunic myrobalan. So these are at fruits, fruiting capsules of Terminalia Arjuna. We see some more birds here. One is desert wheatear, which is genus Oenanthe. Then scaly breasted munia, which is Lanchura postulata. Another is wood sandpiper. I think it should be in Tringa or Calidris genus. Temming stint is Calidris. This is in the genus Calidris, whereas this is in Tringa. And brown rock chat, Sarcomella fusca. This is rudy breasted crake. This is unique and need to be appreciated that it is visiting the Gharana wetland. Rudy breasted crake, kind of water hen. Black winged red bishop is another which is unique to the Gharana surroundings. And as I told you, we have just celebrated Vasanta Panchami, so we see the mustard flowering in this mid-February, and just after 40 days there will be celebration of festival of colors, that is holy colors. So from Vasant Panchami or Shri Panchami or Gyan Panchami, preparations for celebration of Holi starts. So here there are more resident birds. One is the cormorant, little cormorant, Phalacrocorex. Earlier it was under the species Fescicolis or Fusicolis. Now also named as Niger, Microcarbo Niger, little cormorant. Grey-headed swamp hen, that is Parphyrio poliocephalus, a species which is resident, called as Kama Khari in local Hindustani. It has purple color. Another is unique butterfowl which migrate to Gharana wetland is Indian spot-billed duck. This is also seen, and its bill is quite fascinating. Middle portion is black, and summit is yellow, and at the base it has some red coloration. It is called Anas Pasilorinca, Indian spot-billed duck, kind of dabbling duck. It is surface feeder. We have paddy bird or pond heron, Ordiola grei, as a resident heron in the Gharana wetland, we have Baheda, this particular introduced plant, Baheda or Bhavitak, Terminalia bellerica. Even wild fig or Punjab fig, Ficus virgata, Ficus palmata variety virgata. So from this location also you can see the congregation of waterfowl dominated by boar-headed geese. And dabbling ducks. One can see the change in the temperature in Jammu. So we see the bud burst in case of mulberry, new flush of leaves and new catkins. So this is the onset of spring season. This is another unique tree introduced here, which is although native to India, that is Geopota or Putranjiva Roxburghi. Popularly it is named as child life tree, Indian amulet tree, a lucky bean tree in English, based on the historical medicinal use of its seeds. Seed powder was once, and even in present times, recommended for preventing the premature abortion, as the seed powder is supposed to bring the hormones in harmony, and unborn child is afforded safety. So this was the reason it was named as child life tree by Britishers based on Indian mythology or Indian name Putra Jivak. Another invasive alien species which are spoiling and this need to be eradicated from around the Gharana wetland is Mexican carrot grass or Congress grass. This is alien to India and it should be uprooted. It should not be allowed to flower and fruit, as its seeding will further colonize the wastelands around Gharana wetland. So Parthenium hysterophorus is one of the invasive alien species which need to be eradicated. While around this Gharana wetland, one can see the sonchal, that is Malva rotundifolia. This is very delicious vegetable and also sold in the rural markets. This is swine cress. It is also edible. It is Lepidium diademum. Earlier it was named as Coronapus diademus. Coronapus named after coron, kind of crow. Pus means foot, as its leaves has some resemblance to crow foot. But this is edible swine cress, locally called as jungli halya. In this season, although already Basant Panchami day is over and temperature is getting warmer day by day, these migratory birds, and one I am able to show you, the cormorant. Little cormorant is also there, and dabbling duck, also called as teal. So many teal birds are also seen. But the white colored large sized ducks, which are, in my view, they are bar-headed geese. But on the small islands, small black-colored birds, they are little cormorants and some dabbling ducks, and even egrets. These are invasive species introduced. This is Lucina leucocephala, and this is eucalyptus. It is better to avoid further plantation of these species like Lucina eucalyptus. So I am able to just, this is Tatiri, Shap Tatiru dani, Vanillus indicus, red-wattled lapwing. This is familiar to us, and you can see sitting on this, on soil, and making the notes as Didi do it, Pitti to do it. In Dogri, its note is translated as Shap Tatiru dani. So this is Vanillus indicus. We have some other vanilla species. Sociable lapwing is threatened one, but this is very common lapwing. Vanillus indicus in Dogri, called as Titiri. And this is an important bird area where the migratory birds come in thousands, and very good site for sighting of these rare species which come from Central Asia. The other species which come, and one can see here, is northern shoveler, Spatula clypeata, also gargani, then even grey lag goose, and the first ever sighting of Mycteria leucocephala or painted stork, that is unique in this season, in the year 23 and 24. And these bar-headed geese, they have just landed. More the bar-headed geese. One can appreciate. And these are the coots, the Fulica atra, with white nose or beak, which is white. These are resident birds. Basically, they are the common coot, Fulica atra.